Nangi Wardak here, and as part of the Legal Empowerment series, bring you today's topic in regards to the purchase of real property. The disclaimer, as always, being that this does not constitute any type of legal advice. However, should you require legal advice, please feel free to contact myself or one of your local solicitors or law practices. The purchase of real property. It represents as one of the biggest investments, undertakings, and becoming party to a contract that we might go and enter into in our lifetime. And as such, it requires the utmost diligence in terms of preparing yourself for the purchase. So you're in a position that you've either sourced your finance and you're able to be in a position to be able to readily obtain finance, or you're lucky enough for a very loving and caring family member to have endowed a large endowment onto you, or maybe you've one touch slaughter or have had other luck in other avenues and you're ready to purchase property. The number one thing that you should be doing is actually contacting one of your local solicitors. The law that is and encompasses the area of purchasing and sale and property in general is colossal. You don't want to get this wrong. And the first thing that you need to make sure that you get right is to make sure that you get the type of land, block, house, or property that you're actually after. You won't know these things until you look into the contract of sale. The contract of sale is littered with legal jargon. It is littered with certificates that for the average and everyday person are extremely difficult to comprehend or understand. You need to make sense of it. So as soon as you get to the stage of being readily able to enter into the purchase of a property, and by that I mean you have your finance sourced, you should be looking to go into your local solicitors, have a chat with them about the specific area or the needs of the purchase that you're going to be requiring. The second thing is to obtain the contract of sale. Please take this to your local solicitors. They'll be able to decipher the complex elements of the contract and put it to you in very, very simple terms. Some things that you should always note is subjecting the contract to finance, subjecting the contract to reports such as pest control and or structural property reports or building reports. These are really important things, and if they're not in your contract, you will be faced with some level of difficulty. Other things to include: nominating or choosing to put the words and or nominee. It'll open up the world of a difference to you should you or one of your other purchasing parties not wish to go through the contract anymore. It'll open you an avenue to save on taxes, on different types of taxes rather as well, and really put you in a position to be able to maneuver and give you a tremendous amount of flexibility. There are a lot of reasons to go and consult with your local practitioner before you go into contract. Always remember the 3-day rule. If you purchase a piece of real property or a parcel of real property under auction conditions, on the day of the auction, 3 days before and 3 days after the auction, you are bound by that contract. You will have to, unfortunately, if you become in a position such as you lose your finance or something else happens and you wish to exit from the contract, you will not be able to do so without facing severe financial penalties. So as always, the first thing that you should be doing is contacting your local solicitors. I'm more than happy to assist any of your answers. Feel free to shoot me a message. Nangi Wardak over now for today.